A rep leaves on a Friday. Monday morning, their inbox is locked. Support opens a ticket for a customer who has been with the company 2 years. Nobody can find the last pricing exception, the security questionnaire answers, or why the renewal was supposed to be easy. Half that story lived in threads, sticky notes, and a personal spreadsheet the rep never shared. Finance asks about expansion risk. Success asks about adoption. Sales leadership asks about pipeline coverage. 3 answers, 3 private files, 0 shared truth. That is how companies lose relationships, not always by bad software, by private memory walking out the door. A CRM is the company's shared memory of customers, who they are, what they bought, what they asked, who owns the next step, and what must not be forgotten. The brand name on the login screen is secondary. The question is the same. Does the company have one place the latest customer state lives? And do people actually update it? A living CRM keeps the latest customer state and drives the next action: call, email, renew, escalate, hand off. A spreadsheet graveyard stores names until the export goes stale. Living systems let sales, support, and success see the same story with different lenses. Graveyards stay private by accident. Forecasts built on graveyards look precise and still lie. When leaders ask what is in pipeline and 3 people open 3 files, you do not have a software preference problem. You have a memory problem. Salesforce, HubSpot, Pipedrive, or a disciplined shared sheet can all be living or dead. The habit decides, not the logo. If your team debates tools before it debates source of truth, you will buy a prettier graveyard. Customer data should move through stages for a reason. Each stage answers a different question. Capture. A lead or customer enters with a clear source and an owner. No owner means no next action, and marketing spend becomes a black box. Qualify. Someone decides fit and next step. Endless nurture with no exit criteria is limbo dressed as process. Leads rot while the board still counts them as pipeline. Advance. Stages move when evidence changes. A demo completed, a security review filed, a contract sent. Serve. Support and success see history so the customer does not repeat themselves for the 5th time. Renew. The same record feeds the next conversation with context, usage notes, and open risks already attached. When any stage is fake, the stages after it inherit fiction. Skip early stages, and later ones collapse. Skip serve and renew becomes a surprise fight. The customer thought you knew them. Your teams rediscover them from scratch. Marketing hands a lead with no source. Sales closes with no success plan. Support answers tickets with no deal context. Each break forces the customer to pay the tax of your internal amnesia. The Lifecycle is not a sales theatre board. It is the path memory takes so every team inherits context instead of reinventing it. 1 account record, 3 lenses on the same memory. Sales sees pipeline stage, next action, deal context, and blockers. Support sees tickets, SLAs, product issues, and severity tied to that account. Success sees health, usage, adoption risks, and renewal timing. When those lenses disagree, sales thinks the deal is green, support sees open severity tickets, success sees unused seats. The customer feels the fracture, even if nobody says the word CRM. The hub's job is one story, many lenses. Ask which lens in your company currently lives in a shadow file. When those lenses live in different files, the customer pays for the fracture. Shared memory is not a slogan. It is one record everyone can trust. Fields are where living systems become graveyards. Demand 50 required fields, and reps invent junk to close the form. Demand almost none, and leaders cannot trust the pipeline. A useful rule of thumb. A frontline rep should update a record in under 2 minutes. If it takes longer, the system is training people to lie or to keep private notes. Process owners, often RevOps or SalesOps, own stages, required fields, and hygiene rules. Without that seat, every team invents its own meaning of qualified. Walk a small B2B team selling software. 12 people, 1 product, 1 shared record. An inbound demo request lands with campaign source and an owner assigned the same day. The AE qualifies budget and timeline in 2 fields, not a novel in the notes. The opportunity advances when a security review starts. Evidence, not hope that the quarter will somehow close. Mid-deal, a support ticket links to the same account, so the engineer sees the active opportunity instead of treating the customer as a stranger. After close 1, success inherits the same account history. 90 days before renewal, a task opens with usage notes already attached. Same memory, different moments. No spreadsheet handoff that loses the plot. That is what shared memory looks like when it works, and why buying a new CRM without this flow only renames the chaos. That flow only works when stages move on evidence. Next, the hygiene contrast that decides whether leaders can trust the dashboard. Here is the hygiene contrast most teams skip, and the reason dashboards disappoint. Evidence-based stages advance on defined events. Demo completed. Security review filed. Contract sent. Mutual action plan signed. Optimism-based stages move because the quarter is ending, a manager wants a bigger forecast, or a rep feels good vibes on a call. Evidence feeds forecasts leaders can use to staff and spend. Optimism feeds charts that look healthy until renewal season, when reality collects the debt. Write exit criteria in 1 line per stage and put them where reps can see them during updates. If you cannot write the line, the stage is theatre. If you write the line and ignore it at quarter end, you trained the org that theatre wins. Watch for CRM theatre, activity that looks like a system without shared memory. Parallel spreadsheets that contradict the official record. Stages that mean different things to different reps. Custom fields nobody updates after the kickoff workshop. A tool purchase meant to look enterprise with no process owner. Theatre creates dashboards. It does not create trust. Monday, 3 moves that beat buying another tool. Name 1 system as the customer source of truth and write it where new hires see it. Cut fields until a rep can update a record in under 2 minutes. Define stage exit criteria in 1 line each. What evidence moves the deal? Name a process owner who can say no to custom fields nobody will maintain. Do those 3 before you evaluate another vendor demo. A CRM is not the strategy. It is the shared memory that makes the strategy executable across teams. Without it, every handoff is a reinvention. With it, the customer stops paying the tax of your internal amnesia. Next on How Work Works, stakeholder management. Who matters when decisions move, and how power and interest change the cadence. Subscribe so you do not miss it.